And speaking of music and the record labels like Warner, the Swedish music streaming company Spotify is trying to re-engineer its business model to work more directly with artists. Global music revenue is currently at a 10-year high, at least near a 10-year high, of $17 billion. Should the record labels be concerned about Spotify? RT's Natasha Sweet gives us the latest from Los Angeles.
Spotify, worth $34 billion, is working with independent artists to help them pocket more of their royalties. However, some of the major music labels aren't exactly thrilled about getting shut out of a deal. Sony, Universal, and Warner control roughly 80% of the music business, but it might not be that way forever. Over the past year, Spotify has sought out deals with few independent artists, bypassing record labels altogether. The modest deals allow the artists onto Spotify's streaming platform. The way it works now, Spotify pays a record label roughly 52% of the revenue generated by each stream. The label then pays the artist anywhere from 15 to 50% in royalties from their cut. But now a direct deal with Spotify will leave out the so-called middleman, giving artists the entire payout. But the big benefits for artists who solely work with Spotify isn't just a bigger financial gain. They also have ownership to their recordings, so the artists are free to also license their songs to other streaming services like Amazon and Apple Music. It's a deal that industry insiders say the big record companies are frowning upon. The question is, could these types of deals change the nature of the music business?
I'm really hoping that it's going to be another disruptor.
Jacquie Jordan, media trainer and CEO of Guidebook, says she recalls when Napster completely rocked the music industry in a good way and says Spotify's move could have a similar effect.
So the Spotify deal is really fascinating because they're lightly advocating for the independent musician or the independent talent in a way that the larger music houses just don't have the bandwidth for, because they're too busy entertaining their bigger talents like the Beyoncés and the Kanye Wests.
While Spotify has said they are not looking to become a record label, some believe Spotify's move is still making record labels nervous.
So I think that the three big music houses do have need to be a little worried and a little concerned. I do think that the delicate matter here is that Spotify's primary content, music content, still comes from the three big houses, so they have to be careful about not becoming a threat to literally the hand that feeds them.
The music streaming service is growing. Spotify has 83 million subscribers and an additional 100 million free users. The company reported $4.9 billion in revenue last year. However, Spotify saw roughly $1.5 billion in losses, and now, since going public last April, Spotify is now valued at $34 billion. Now, Sony and Universal did not immediately respond to a comment on the matter. However, Spotify makes it clear that with these deals, they don't own any music rights and they aren't acting as a record label. In the meantime, insiders say that they believe that the changes that Spotify is making could possibly pave the way for more innovation within the music industry. In Los Angeles, Natasha Sweet, RT.